Namaste, Hamisha Khush Raho Bitya. My name is Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you quality and safety in food transportation. Now let's start with the topic. Uh, Suppose you have an company has made every effort to produce a safe and wholesome food product, and you have evaluated and approved suppliers, provided food safety training, education, implemented a HACCP program, GMPs, and integrated pest management, and made all the right investments for your company's success. Now your product is ready to load and ship to its next destination, but how much do you know about the truck or a rail car carrying your load? The food industry has had its share of challenges with transportation, and regulators have been monitoring and evaluating transportation food safety for years. Initiatives such as the Sanitary Food Transportation Act of 2005 began closely assessing transportation challenges, and guidance documents were published, but they never became final regulation. Now, the Food Safety Modernization Act (FSMA) will require another look at these guidance documents, and regulations should be forthcoming in FSMA section 111, sanitary transportation of food. The industry has also responded to these challenges, and several guidelines have been developed by various trade associations and association partnerships over the last several years. In 2005, FDA identified a list of concerns for biological, chemical, or physical contamination for transportation or storage units used during food transport. These include the improper temperature control, improper management, improper sanitation, backhauling hazardous materials, not maintaining tanker wash records, improper disposal of wastewater, and aluminum phosphide fumigation methods in railcar transit. Then improper packing, incorrect use of packing materials and poor pallet quality, and improper loading or unloading practices, conditions, or equipment. Improper sanitation of loading equipment, not using dedicated units where appropriate, and inappropriate loading patterns, and transporting mixed loads that increase the risk for cross contamination. Improper sanitation of equipment, leaving raw material on loading docks after hours. Poor pest control, lack of driver employee training and supervisor manager owner knowledge of food safety and security. Poor design and construction of unit, inadequate preventive maintenance, then resulting in roof leaks, gaps in doors, and dripping, condensation, or ice accumulations. Poor employee hygiene, inadequate policies for the safe and or secure transport of foods, and lack of or improper use of security seals, improper handling and tracking of rejected loads and salvaged, reworked, and returned products or products destined for disposal, and improper holding practices for food products awaiting shipment or inspection, including unattended product, delayed holding of product, shipping of product while in poor rotation and throughput. Let's focus on some of the most major concerns and practical suggestions to mitigate the risk of food safety incidents from occurring from the transportation. That is, bulk food transports. Dry or liquid bulk products can be shipped via trailer or a rail car, and there are special categories of food that should be closely evaluated and may require additional measures to ensure product safety. This includes the liquid egg, juice, and dairy. Dry products may consist of flour, sugar, salt, starch, etc. Next is tanker requirements. Tankers must be clearly identified as food grade and be permanently dedicated. Companies should develop criteria and requirements for food grade tankers that include types of fittings used, tankers that are cleanable and sealable, gasket material that is food grade, and design criteria, etc. Next is washing. Washing tankers must be appropriately washed on a designated frequency depending on the product being hauled. Several product categories such as egg, juice, and dairy have specific regulations for frequency and types of washes to be conducted. For other products, the company must conduct an assessment to determine wash type and frequency. Washes may conducted at a third-party wash service or by the wash facility maintained by the company or the transportation service. Wash facilities should be inspected and audited on a determined frequency to ensure the compliance with Established washed practices, GMPs, site security and sanitation, pest management, facility maintenance, etc. Some specific requirements to be evaluated includes the potable water source with annual certification, wash certificates that state the type of wash performed, include the seal numbers applied after the wash, documentation on file at the site, or included with wash certificates that states chemical concentration of detergent, degreaser, and sanitizer, then wash and rinse time and temperatures for each step performed, facility compliance with 21 CFR 10110, washing of food grade and non-food grade tankers using separate equipments in segregated bays, and an on-site food safety plan based on HACCP principles, documented training and education, a proper facility with a sound roof, walls and doors on both ends that can be closed. Next is inspection prior to the loading. Receiving personnel should be properly trained to inspect the tankers prior to loading. A written procedure should be established to guide the receiving tank personnel through the inspection process. There are two key elements to tanker inspections: documentation review and physical inspection. Documentation review includes the bills of lading and that lists the driver's name, verification of driver's government issued license, and company's identification against the bill of loading, wash certificate, verification, and seal numbers. Additional information that may be included depending upon the type of the product would be a list of last 3 loads hauled to ensure they were acceptable material. The visual inspection is critical to verify the physical condition of the tanker and ensure proper cleaning was conducted. Inspectors must be able to assess the top of the tanker safely. Appropriate measures such as fall protection should be provided in these load out areas, and appropriate tools such as a shatter resistant inspection light and a non glass inspection mirror should be available. When receiving personnel and inspecting the tankers, they should follow GMP policies to minimize the concerns for contaminants to be introduced into the tanker. A detailed inspection of critical items should be covered. That includes the verification of seal numbers prior to removing, interior of tanker clean and free of cracks, corrosion or condensate, presence of odors or any residual material in the tanker or on dome covers, inspection of all seals, gaskets, pumps, valves, hoses, and hose tubing for cleanliness, integrity, and proper capping. After the inspection is conducted, all the results should be documented on an inspection form and signed by the individual conducting the inspection and receiving checks. These records should be maintained on file for an established period of time. Regulated products may require a specific record retention period. For unregulated products, it may be the best to maintain records for a minimum of 2 years per FSMA. Product loading should occur in a suitable area that is free of pest activity and will protect the tanker from the possible contaminants being introduced. When dome cover are opened, after all the contents are loaded and the dome covers are closed, appropriate seals should be provided and seal numbers recorded. Then bulk food tanker receipt, that is, receipt of bulk food tanker will closely resemble the criteria for preloading inspection. Record view will include the bill of lading, driver's identification, and wash certificates, seal numbers, etc. All receiving personnel should also be appropriately trained on how to review documentation and properly inspect the tanker prior to the receipt. Some products such as dairy may have a specific temperature requirements and the site personnel will need to measure and record the product's temperature upon arrival to ensure they comply with established standards. Other products such as flour may be received under fumigation. Site personnel should be appropriately trained and inspect and properly receive such material. Tanker security is an important consideration during the unloading process. During unloading, some seals will have been removed and various entry points into the tanker opened for possible ventilation requirements. The area around the tanker should be controlled and monitored to ensure the unauthorized persons do not attempt to access these points. Any domes or hatches that have been opened for ventilation should be fitted with appropriate screens or filters to prevent the entry of contaminants during the unloading processes. Once unloading has been completed, site personnel should again assess the top of the tanker to complete a final inspection of the interior, and the inspection should examine the interior and look for possible contaminants in the base of tanker, cracks, corrosion, or other foreign material concerns. If the tanker is to be returned to the supplier for reloading without a complete wash, such as for flour or salt loads, then all SS points that had seals removed should be resealed and seal numbers recorded. Next is the non-bulk food transport. Non-bulk food items are also transported in trailers and rail cars. Many of non-bulk food products require refrigeration and must be transported and held at specific temperatures. Criteria for the condition of these trailers and rail cars should be established. Then inspection before loading, unloading, receiving procedures and criteria should be established for these vehicle inspections. Personnel should be properly trained and educated to conduct the inspections. Trailer inspection should include the overall exterior conditions, no place cards on the trailer or a rail car that would indicate hazardous non-food items have been previously transported. Bill of lading indicating transportation company and contact information, driver name, seal numbers, quantity and lot numbers of materials, appropriate seals on the doors, driver's government and company issued identification that matches the bill of lading or other documents. The conclusion is the safety and security of foods being transported via trailer or the rail car is vital to minimize the concern for contamination. A well-developed transportation program is essential and must be executed by trained and educated personnel that have been equipped with the proper tools to carry out these inspections prior to loading or unloading bulk and non-bulk items. Good communication between the supplier, carrier, and customer is essential to establish the requirements of these vehicles and goods. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much.